I don't think this city would be here at all if it weren't for our ocean environment. We depend on the ocean for our economy, for our peace of mind, for regeneration, for so many things.
That's St. Augustine City Commissioner Barbara Blonder expressing her support of a letter to President Biden urging him to end all new offshore drilling. Liz Ryan reports.
The City Commission unanimously voted to support a request made by Hunter Miller of Oceana, a nonprofit group that promotes ocean preservation and is opposed to offshore drilling, to draft a letter to President Biden clarifying St. Augustine's stance as being opposed to offshore drilling. City Clerk Darlene Galambos says that's nothing new.
In 2010, we passed a resolution in opposition of offshore drilling. And in 2015, it was anti-fracking. So this one basically outlines the same position, but just opposes any new offshore drilling with their 5-year plan that they're considering right now.
Experiencing the ocean firsthand is what inspires Commissioner Barbara Blonder.
I had the wonderful opportunity, as I often do during the summer, to go out on the ocean this morning, and I was surrounded by dolphins the entire hour I was out there. And it occurred to me how fortunate we are. I am so grateful for the environment that we have here. And that brings to bear the rationale for supporting this opposition to new leases for offshore oil drilling. This was a wonderful opportunity to really reflect on that and to support this letter.
Tune in tomorrow to hear my conversation with Hunter Miller, Field Campaigns Manager for Oceana. He'll explain why he believes limiting offshore oil drilling is important for the health of the world's oceans and for St. Augustine. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
A longtime St. Johns County employee and civil rights activist is posthumously inducted into the St. Johns County Parks and Recreation Hall of Fame. Eddie Vickers was a World War II veteran who began his 5-decades-long career with St. Johns County Parks as a youth recreation leader in 1958. St. Johns County Parks and Recreation Director Ryan Kane reflected on Vickers' career.
Eddie coached baseball and oversaw other activities at Little Lynx Park. He also organized the Vickers Red Raiders youth football team in the 1960s. He retired in 1987 and then came back to work for St. Johns County Parks and Rec in 1990. Coach Vickers taught fair play and sportsmanship, which has left a positive impact on the community that is still felt and remembered today.
In 1997, Little Leagues Park was renamed Eddie Vickers Park in honor of his contributions.
Vickers was also among the first recipients to Alvis Award, an award from the city of St. Augustine that honors individuals who have dedicated their time and talent to serve the community of St. Augustine and St. Johns County. So Mr. Vickers will be our second inductee into the Parks and Recreation Hall of Fame.
The award was presented last week to Vickers' widow, who's 100 years old. With St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Amy Sherry.
The 2023 season of Music and Art by the Sea continues today.
Volunteer producer Bill Jones says the performer in the 5th event of the series is a fan favorite.
The Paul Lundgren Band will be back with us for the 2nd year in a row. Paul's family is quite well known in Northeast Florida in the music world. His father was a Navy band member, was also the Navy band master for almost 15 years in Jacksonville. He's a classically trained jazz musician, and he taught both his boys, Paul and Eric, to play and sing. Both are in the band tonight. Paul's the vocalist, and Eric is the lead guitar player.
And it's more than just a music event.
We've got a art show that begins at 3 p.m. at the Art Studio, which is located about 60 yards south of the pavilion where our concert takes place. That opens at 3. The food truck this week is the Little Sombrero. They'll start serving food at 5. And we want to remind everybody that the shuttle is running from City Hall and Ron Parker Park. So don't worry about parking. Park there, and any time after 6, they'll pick you up at either one of those locations, deliver you to the pier, and then take you back to your car after the show.
DJ Danimal kicks off the entertainment at 5:30 p.m. Visit sabca.org to get more information. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.